Shalom. Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakadash, for blessing us with the spirit to do this lesson yet one more day. And hey man, you can't make this up. I told you I would make a video on people that was put to death on 4th of July. I made videos on Memorial Day. I made videos on Juneteenth. This video on July 4th. There will be another video on Labor Day, because what? You niggas are just, you're dead in spirit, man. Right? You are rebellious. You hard-headed. You don't listen. You think in your mind, some strange way, that if you indulge in the ways of Babylon the Great in America, you can somehow escape, right? Long as you know the truth, because I'm pretty sure a lot of these people that's being put to death of our people, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, the Israelites, a lot of y'all heard this truth before, man. Y'all know y'all Israelites, but yet you still want to indulge in American and black culture, man. And this shit is killing you niggas, man. Right? You think that what we're saying is not going to affect you, right? It's going to affect you in one way or the other, either in a good way or in this type of way, right? Because we've been telling you the Lord is not playing. Judgment is covering the earth, man, by way of the modern day sword, the gun. And it's putting a lot of you niggas under the earth because you hard-headed, man. You stiff-necked and you hard-headed. So the Lord, he knows just what to do for you, just what to do to you, put you to death, right? So I'm going to play this, but before I play this, let me get something real quick. This is 2 Thessalonians, right? Let's get 2 Thessalonians, man. Because this is, in these last days, this is what you ought to do. 2 Thessalonians, right? No, actually, it's 1 Thessalonians, Salakia. 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 22. Abstain from all appearance of evil. That's what you ought to do, man. Stay away from evil things. You know that these holidays are evil, man. These holidays are pagan. These holidays are not of your power, man. Your power hates these holidays. Yahweh Shem Yahushua cannot stand Babylon the Great and what it puts in such high regards, man, which are these days. So the Lord is telling you to stay away from these days, man. Stay away from Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, New Year's, 4th of July, Memorial Day, right? Valentine's Day. Stay away from these days, man, because it is evil. The Lord is telling you, abstain from all appearance of evil. You know what's going to go on these days. You're going to get a bunch of people together. Drinking going to get involved. A fight going to break out. Arguments going to break out. Somebody going to wind up getting shot, stabbed, or something else going to happen, man. But you say to yourself, well, as long as I know what's going on. I just want to go, man. I just want to be around the people. I just want to celebrate. You ain't celebrating nothing because in 1776, your ancestors were slaves, man. Right? So what are you celebrating? You want to celebrate what these quote unquote patriot Americans, man. these Edomites. Right? So the Lord is telling you to stay away from this stuff, man. Exodus 23, verse 2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. Because you know evil is going to come out of this, man. Some way, somehow. So you ought not to follow this. Neither shalt thou speak in the cause to decline after many to rest judgment, man. Right? So the Lord is telling you basically, hey, don't follow what everybody else is doing. Don't follow what's popular. Right? They got that old saying, if everybody jumped off a bridge, would you? You would say no, but in your actions, you telling us that you would. You know? You would, man. So I got 2 clips. I want to play this. This is the longer one. So we're going to get into this. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, willing to elect be edified. Hey, Shalom.
July 4th holiday marred by tragedy with deadly shootings across the country yesterday. In Washington State, a 13-year-old girl was killed after 2 groups got into a fight in the Alderwood Mall. Police saying the girl was not involved with either group and died at the hospital. In Wyoming's Yellowstone National Park, in Montana, park rangers exchanged gunfire with an armed person making threats. That person was killed and a ranger injured. In Chicago, 3 people, including 1 child, were killed during a shooting in the Grand Crossing neighborhood. Then in Southwest Philadelphia, at least 1 person was killed and 8 others injured in a shooting late last night. In Highland Park, Illinois, holding its first July 4th parade since the mass shooting there 2 years ago, in which 7 people were killed and dozens more injured. Joining us now is Whitney Austin. She's a survivor of a shooting in Cincinnati, Ohio, where she was shot 12 times entering work one morning in 2018. She says she thought she was going to die that morning. And since then, she has turned her tragedy into activism with her organization, Whitney Strong, which is aimed at reducing gun violence. Whitney, thank you for joining us. And remind us of that difficult day, that horrible day when you were shot. What happened that day?
So on September 6th, I thought I was going into work in Cincinnati, Ohio, just like any other normal day. And it was the opposite. It was extremely abnormal to walk into a mass shooting. There were 3 people that died on that day, but miraculously, I survived 12 bullets and I got back home to my precious children and my husband. And I have to tell you that changed my life forever. I knew that I had been given a gift that nobody gets and that it was now my responsibility to join this fight and to try to make progress on this issue that sometimes is viewed as very fatalistic.
As you have now become an expert in the space, not only from your personal experience, that through your organization as you work on this very topic, why is it that July 4th within itself is one of the deadliest, if not the deadliest day of the year, according to the FBI and their research, as well as summer months overall? You were shot during a summer month too.
Now, first and foremost, I want to extend my condolences to the many, many Americans across the country that woke up today and now have loved ones that they have lost or loved ones that are now going to see their lives change forever because of gun violence. You know, criminologists have studied this for quite some time, and they're
and it's telling you here, July 4th is one of the deadliest days of the year. But our people love to be partakers in this thing, man. Right? They love it, man. It's like a demon jumps on our people and they just have to cook out. They got to go to the parties. They got to be in the mix and know that it's all types of death angels that the Lord is releasing on this day. So our people got a death wish, man. Right? Our people got a death wish. And it's the Lord that's doing this thing. It's the Lord that's doing it. Psalm 68 and verse 20. It says, Psalm 68 and 20. He that is our power is the power of salvation. And unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, the Lord belong the issues of death, man. That's who brings death to your door. That's who brings death to you, wherever you may be. You know, it's the Lord. right? So you playing with the Lord, man. The Lord said, don't celebrate these pagan, wicked ass holidays. So don't celebrate them, man.
Are many number of reasons why gun violence increases in the summer months. First and foremost, it's warm. People are now able to get outside of their homes and to interact with others. As people congregate and disputes arise, unfortunately, we are awash with firearms, and firearms are being used to settle disputes. And so there are many number of reasons. Of course, the last one being, when you look at the root causes of gun violence, so many of the social services and other solutions that go a long way toward reducing it, they diminish in the summer months. And so there are many, many reasons why we see gun violence increase in the summer months.
What are you focusing on now that you think is the most effective for this very topic, for what is so difficult for just about every single city in America?
Yeah, at Whitney Strong, we are really focused on finding common ground. And what that means for us is when we look at policy solutions, where is there broad support on both sides of the political aisle? And where is there evidence that this solution actually works? And we've seen that strategy and that model play out many times over the course of the last 5 years of doing this work, where it leads to success. And the best example I can think of is the passage of the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, and really making sure that the solutions included in that package were common ground solutions that really both sides of the political aisle can get behind. And so for us, that specifically looks like solutions that are putting in place restrictions so that those who are a danger to themselves or others can see their firearms temporarily transferred, and then they can get the help that they need so that they can get back to a place in which gun ownership is safe. And that bill is called Crisis Aversion and Rights Retention.
Which states are you focused on?
They they seek to take the guns off the street, but the same people they going to take the guns off the street are the people that's putting the guns on the street. This place is completely ignorant, and people in America, they have no clue as to what's going on, man.
John.
So specifically with that piece of policy, we're focused in the state of Kentucky, which is where I live. We've been working on that policy for the last 5 years. We have always done it in a bipartisan way, which I'm so proud of, with a Republican sponsor and a Democratic co-sponsor right there on our side. And most importantly, we have been focused on how do we help gun owners? We know that gun owners have crisis moments, whether they're looking to harm themselves, which, by the way, is the greatest.
Always got some simple Negroes to get down with whatever Esau Edom is doing, man, because they looking, because to a lot of these Negroes, Esau Edom is the solution for their problems, man. If I follow them, or if I rub elbows with them, I can make a change. With you, Jakes, you ain't got no power here, man. This place is already set up to be destroyed, man. You really believe in your minds that you're going to be able to stop this gun violence, the destruction and the death that's on its way. You Negroes are crazy, man.
Number of gun deaths we see in this country, but also gun owners who are facing a crisis and think that harming others is the best way to solve that problem. And so we've been able to make progress in a bipartisan way. We have been able to accumulate a number of hearings, and we're excited as we head into 2025 to continue that success and to see CAR become law.
Whitney Austin, thank you for your work and thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
Hey there, MSNBC fans.
So, that was one. It's just a bunch of madness. Everybody's saying, oh, you need to get rid of gun violence. So you got this one. At least 56 shot, 11 fatally across Chicago at start of long 4th of July holiday weekend, police say. Now, this is Chicago has been a norm, right? This was 18 hours ago. So Chicago, it's been a norm for Chicago for these types of numbers. Now, for years, people have been saying that Esau Edom puts on blackface and goes out there and he does what he does. And hey, I will never rule that out. Never rule that out. But you also got you niggas over there killing each other as well. Right? But for this amount of number, the numbers, it's not too far-fetched to believe that Esau Edom could have been behind this, man. But what does he do? He waits until he know you niggas are going to come and gather for these pagan holidays, and he's going to use you as a sacrifice to Satan, man. Right? Because he can get them all. He can get you all because he know where you're going to be. He knows what parts of the city you go to, right? What time you're going to set up, what time you're going to leave. And listen, and guess what? They never get caught. For as long as I can remember and as long as I've been doing these videos on this topic in Chicago, when a mass shooting happens like this, they never catch the person, man. Right? There is never a person caught. Or they'll lock up a Jake and put his picture up there and say he did it. It's the way our people move, man. This is let's get some more. This is Sirach chapter, matter of fact, let's do Ezekiel. Do I want to do Ezekiel? Yeah, Ezekiel 21. Let's do Ezekiel 21. Ezekiel 21. And I'm going to start at 8. It says, again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, right? Prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, say, a sword. A sword is being sharpened and also furbished. You already know what you're doing with a sword, man. If you up there sharpening it, you know what you're about to do with it. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? Should we be in the spirit of mirth, partying, drinking, living it up? Right? Should we be in that spirit when a great slaughter is coming? Should we be in that spirit? The answer is no. It contemneth the rod. It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree. And he have given it to be furbished that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened and it is furbished to give it unto the hand of the slayer, man. Who's the slayer? Ultimately, Yahweh Shah, man. The angels. Because guess what? When you read Ezekiel 9, you got angels that's smiting, right? Our people that don't have a mark, man. That don't have that tawab on them, man. Right? Not tawab. That's good. But I forgot the Hebrew word for exempt. It's something like tawab, salakia, right? But you don't have that mark of exemption, meaning exempt from judgment. You don't have it, man. A lot of our people are walking around with no covering and just being put to death, right? So it says, to give to the hand of the slayer, cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people, it shall come upon all the princes of Israel. Terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people. Smite therefore upon thy thigh, man. So the Lord is telling, yo, man, judgment is going to come to his people, man. Because what? They out making mirth. They out partying it up and living it up and you know, getting lit. But what did the Lord say? Ecclesiastes 7:4. The heart of the wise. So a wise person is in the house of mourning, meaning they, you know, they're in the house of mourning, meaning like they're paying attention to what's going on. They know that these times are not going to be good times. These not going to be partying times, right? Right? Salakia. I wanted to get one. This is Proverbs 22 and verse 3. A prudent man, meaning a wise man, foreseeth the evil. Right? So a wise man will see the evil coming, right? And hideth himself. He'll stay out the way. As you seen earlier in the other clip, it said July 4th is the deadliest day of the year, man. So it would be wise for you to stay from that, to hide yourself from that, meaning don't be around it. Don't be a partaker in it, right? So it says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished, man. Only simple niggas is going to still be indulgent in July 4th, man, at the cookouts, right? Playing them same old Negro 4th of July songs, man. Doing the electric slide at the end. You niggas do the same thing every year, and the same thing happens to you every year, man. You come there happy and you leave there crying and distraught, and you can't believe it. Your whole life changed, man. You're traumatized now, right? So back to it. Ecclesiastes 7 and 3 and 4. Salakia. I'll do 3. It says, sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance of the heart, Salakia, for by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. Yeah, because once you go through things and you see things, you experience things, right? It should put you in a sorrowful, a more wiser mindset, to whereas, you know to stay away from these things. You know not to be partakers in these things. Verse 4. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth, man. Yeah, the house of a fool is into this stuff, man. It's into 4th of July, right? You a fool if you still dealing with these things, man. You are a fool, right? The Lord said, abstain from all appearance of evil, right? That's what the Lord said, right? But you're not going to listen. You're going to keep doing what you're doing, and violence is going to find you. So let's play this.
Tonight, we're learning that at least 20 people were shot on July 4th alone. 8 of them were killed. And this comes as many are trying to grapple with the lasting impact that gun violence can have on a community.
Assassination days, baby.
That's what Erica Pinkerton calls the July 4th holiday. She says she's trying to keep her spirits up after her friend, a 74-year-old woman, was shot just this morning.
They don't bother nobody. They're the sweetest ladies you would ever want to meet.
She says her friend was one of the 8 people who were shot in the Little Italy neighborhood Friday. Just hours after that shooting, 6 people were shot in Austin, adding to what has already been a violent week in Chicago.
They got to stop the guns, You can't go out at night. You're afraid to go out at night because you're going to get shot or something.
Von Bryan, executive director of the Metropolitan Peace Initiatives, says the violence is hurting local businesses.
You can't complain that you don't have businesses or things that are going on when we're not keeping it safe in the areas for the businesses to thrive.
At least 56 people have been shot and 10 killed since Wednesday evening, including 3 mass shootings. Bryant's team is a group of 15 community-based organizations focused on reducing gun violence. He says in order to stop the violence, everyone has to lend a hand.
It's our city, and anything that is happening in our city as citizens, it's our responsibility.
Mayor Brandon Johnson is...
So because you live there, it's your city, you have no control over the city. So how is it your city? Right? Jake, he got this, it's my city, and I love my city, and this and that. We don't love this place, man. We hate America, man. Whatever cities we in, we hate it, man. We hate being there, man. We want to go home. We want to go where we at rest and where we're at peace, man. Right? And we're protected. You Negroes ain't protected here. You Latinos ain't protected here. Or anywhere you are. Right? So, you know, our people, man, they just lost, man.
Responding to the violence in a statement saying, in part, we extend our heartfelt condolences to the families and communities impacted. Mayor Johnson also canceled off days for police officers this weekend. In addition to that, he announced a community rally that's going to happen at 71st and Woodlawn Avenue. That's starting at in just about an hour at 6 p.m. And he says this rally is meant to promote bonding, support, and healing. Watch breaking news on YouTube.
So, hey, man, you see what it is. People, they're not going to get it. They're not going to understand what's going on. Because the Lord, you know, he blinded them. He blinded them, man. Right? Let's get another one. Salakia. Let's get another one. This is out in Chicago as well. Right? It's all over, man. In many of these states, man. Chicago being the top one. They say at least 11 killed, dozens shot across Chicago in violent July 4th. Right? Jeremiah 25 and verse 4. And the Lord have sent unto you all his servants the prophets, rising early and sending them. But ye have not hearkened nor inclined your ear to hear. They say, turn ye again now everyone from his evil way. Because this is an evil way, man. 4th of July is evil. Right? Violence is brought on July 4th. So wouldn't that be evil? It said, turn ye again now everyone to his evil way, from his evil way, and from the evil of your doings, and dwell in the land that the Lord have given unto you and to your fathers forever and ever. And go not after other gods to serve them, because you serving another god when you are dealing with these pagan holidays of America, Babylon the Great. You're serving other gods, man. It says, and go not after other gods to serve them and to worship them, and provoke me not to anger with the works of your hands. So this is what you're doing when you are indulging in July 4th. You are provoking the Lord to anger. It says, with the works of your hands, and I will do you no hurt. Yet ye have not hearkened unto me. The Lord said, you ain't listening. You hard-headed, man. So, okay, saith the Lord, that ye might provoke me to anger with the works of your hands to your own hurt. You know? So, hey, man, that's what you're doing, Salakia. Yeah, so that's what you're doing. You provoking the Lord to anger, and when the Lord gets real angry, this is what happens, right? This is what happens. At least 11 killed, dozens shot across Chicago in violent July 4th, man. And the Lord gave you the blueprint on what you should do, right? But you don't want to hearken, man. You don't want to listen, right? Ezekiel 3 and verse 4. And he said unto me, son of man, go get thee to the house of Israel and speak my words unto them. And that's what you see when the brothers is on the highways and hedges teaching the Bible, screaming, as you say, right? This is what you see us doing, man. Right? It says, for thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech or of a hard language, but to the house of Israel. So this word is not sent to the other nations. This word is sent to you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. It says, for thou, Salakia, not to many people of a strange speech and of a hard language, whose words thou canst not understand, surely I had sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto me. So the Lord is saying, if I would have sent my servants to the heathens, they would have been repentant, man. It says, but the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted. Yeah, hard-headed, stiff-necked, rebellious. All right, this how you know who the Israelites are. This is how you know the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans are the Israelites, because we are some of the most hard-headed and rebellious and just ignorant people there is, man, on the planet. Right? So the Lord is telling you who you know, the prophets was who he sent the prophets out to, which are the Israelites. So let's listen to this one.
It was a violent 4th of July holiday in Chicago, marked by more than 50 shootings throughout the city, some of them deadly. Good afternoon. I'm Dina Bair.
And I'm Jewel Hillary in for Patrick Elwood. WGN's Andrea Medina is live at the 12th District Police Station with more on our top story. Good afternoon, Andrea.
Good afternoon, ladies. Police officers here and from other districts have had their hands full responding to numerous calls and trying to maintain order. Now, during the 24-hour period, gun violence tragically claimed the lives of almost 12 people. Since the 4th of July, a series of shootings have occurred across the city. Roughly 54 people have been struck by gunfire and 11 have been killed.
I still need more cars. 1314 West Hastings for a large crowd. I've got 3 people shot right now over in that location. I still need more cars.
Just after midnight on Friday, Chicago police responded to a shots fired call in the Abla Homes housing complex in Little Italy near Troop and Hastings. According to CPD, there was an exchange of gunfire between 2 unknown suspects who then ran from the scene. 8 people were shot. 5 women between the ages of 18 and 74, and 3 men between 23 and 36 years old. Injuries range from gunshot wounds to the leg, head, back, knee, and groin. 7 of the victims were taken to the hospital, and all are expected to be okay. Then, just before 2 in the morning, police found 6 people shot on the west side on the 100 block of South Menard. CPD says there was a shootout between 2 unknown suspects who then took off. 2 women ages 18 and 20, a 15-year-old boy, and 3 men between the ages of 23 and 25 were transported to different hospitals and are expected to recover.
Up to 4 people shot.
Up to 4 people, 10-4. Again, one ticket states it's 1 person that shot inside of 7122 Woodlawn.
But things turned deadly for some in the Greater Grand Crossing neighborhood on the 4th of July. Police were busy yesterday after 5 people were shot in a home near 71st and Woodlawn around 6:15 in the morning. Neighbors say men in ski masks got out of 2 vehicles and fired into the home, killing 24-year-old Capri Edwards, who was shielding her 1-year-old child. Her aunt, 46-year-old Nikisha Strong, also died. 3 sons of the victims, ages 5, 7, and 8, were also shot and were in critical condition at Comer Children's Hospital. The 8-year-old boy has died. Police believe the shooting stems from some sort of personal dispute. Strong's 19-year-old son was awakened after gunfire blasted through their home and describes what he saw when he went to check things out.
I just woke up, went upstairs, and I just saw a massacre of everything, you know. So it was very vivid for the mind for me to just see everything. It was crazy.
Let's come together. Let's stop it all. We know it's senseless. We hear it every day. But if we don't work together, it won't stop.
And it's not going to stop. You got Operation Neighborhood Safety, which is nothing safe about Chicago with you Negroes, man. There's nothing safe about our people and a Babylonian mindset, a black mindset, right? There's nothing safe about that, man. A lot of stuff be going on with our people that nobody knows about, man. Our people be into some wicked shit. Wisdom of Solomon 1:12. Seek not death in the era of your life, and pull not upon yourself destruction with the works of your hands, man. A lot of our people are very emotional. Everything has to end with gunfire, gun violence. Back in the days, you used to fight it out, then see each other later on in the day, or, his dad and his mom used to come to the house and they used to talk with the other person's mom and dad, and they used to squash it, man. And then a week later, they out playing. But now, Jake is so fucking feminine and full of anger and rage toward his brother. This is what he want to do, man. This is how we solve the issues now. To show you, we got to get the hell out of this place, man. This is why the Lord is going to kill 2/3 of our people. This is why the Lord is going to destroy 2/3 of the nation of Israel, man. Because they are degenerates. They are just full of sin, iniquity, and they hate their own people, man. So they got to go. They got to be relieved of their life. That's what's going to save them. Right? Let me get one more. We're going to shut it down. This is Isaiah 9:16. For the leaders of this people caused them to err, man. And who leads the people? Esau, Edom. Whose system is set up to promote these days, to give you days off, to put guns in your neighborhood, to put drugs in your neighborhood, to destroy your mind, right, and your spirit and your health with this weed they legalized and all this shit, man. Who caused them to err, man? The leaders. And who's the leader? A wicked ass leader, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, man. It says, for the leaders of this people caused them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed, man. This is why our people are destroyed. This is why 2/3 of our people are destroyed, because they are they believe in the leader, man. Which the leader is Biden, Trump, the elites, the quote unquote the enlightened ones, right? The Illuminati, as they would say, right? So 2/3 of our people are destroyed because of that, right? So, hey, man, it's not going to stop. Verse 17, therefore the Lord shall have no joy in their young men. The Lord ain't got no joy in you, man. The Lord can't stand the way, you niggas running around shooting and killing each other, man. It says, therefore the Lord shall have no joy in their young men, neither shall he have mercy on their fatherless and widows. For everyone is an hypocrite and an evildoer, right? All our people think to do is evil toward each other, man. Yeah, they be lacking over there. Yeah, I got my ops. Yeah, them ops, and those are ops over there. We're gonna ride through on them tonight, man. You ready? Right? It says, for every mouth speaketh folly. Yeah, all our people talk about is twerking, LeBron, fucking Kendrick Lamar, a bunch of folly, man, that ain't got nothing to do with how they need to get themselves right. It says, for all this, his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. What? That hand of judgment, man. That hand of judgment is still stretched out because of the folly and because of the evil and because of the destruction that our people bring to each other, man. So it ain't going to quit. It ain't going to stop, man. So, hey, man, I just wanted to touch on this. Yahweh Shem Yahushua willing. The elect was edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Hey, if you don't get right, you're going to be on this. You're going to be linked up in that dozen that was shot or 11 that was killed, man. You better get right, man, right now, because you ain't got that much time left. And Yahweh Shem Yahushua is about to release the 4 angels from the 4 winds to bring total and utter destruction, right? So, hey, man, to the next lesson, I want to say shalom.
In these three cases, police are still looking for the shooters. Now, tonight at 7, violence prevention workers will be gathering in the Greater Grand Crossing neighborhood back at yesterday's mass shooting location just to be able to de-escalate any tensions out there and be able to promote peace. We are live outside the 12th District Police Station. Andrea Medina, WGN News.